Oh, welcome along, guys. I got murdered in the race, lost a bazillion seconds worth of time, and Tom Solis was part of that, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to commentate on the rest of the race. There's 2 hours to go. So in the lead at the minute, we have Menno van der Molen. He is 8 seconds clear of Matthew Gamble in P2, which we'll try jump onto now in a minute. So we're on there with Matty Gamble there now. Then in third place we have N Sibrian. What I'm going to jump actually is into spectator mode for this one here, so bear with me 1 second, as it's not letting me do what I want to do. So I'm going to just quit really quick, jump out and jump back in. I had over 2 minutes worth of damage on my car. It was just not worth sitting there, so I might as well give everyone something to look at. Spectator, why isn't that working? No, it's not letting me. I'll just have to go in and do it that way. Dang. Oh, it's not letting me know, so I'll have to try to do it. There we go. So once we get in, we get back at it, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, back in the race here now with Van der Linde in the lead. Matthew Gamble's in second position there, with Sebrian in third position, Nikita. Fourth position then Audrey Terashenko, I'm going to say it is. Chris Tedder's in fifth. Then we have Artyom Usamanov in sixth. Alfred Di Natale in seventh position. In eighth position we've got Dominic Geese. Or Christensen in ninth position. Batali in 10th position. We have Tamora in 11th position, with Liam Smith in 12th position, where I was, but great to see Liam Smith there. Then we have Gizik in 13th position, with Quinton in 4th position, or 14th position. Chico Lindfar is in 15th position, with Jay Verstraeten in 16th, Chatu in 17th position, Askahov in 18th position, Horvath in 19th position, Levin in 20th position, Elliot Levin, I've actually seen that name before somewhere. Adam Friday then is in 21st position, Glenn Smith's in 2nd position, Britt Batiste is in 23rd, and David Balogh is in 24th position. I'm going to jump back on though into P4. There is a bit of a battle developing here for P3 with Terashenko and Cyberkin. So good battle there so far. Both BMWs evenly matched. Top 4 BMW seems to be quite strong around here. It is looking like a BMW track, to be fair about it. Looking very, very interesting as we are looking into this one here. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, that was very unlucky there for Max, by the way. But nice battle, still about 0.7. I'm going to jump back though, because there's a bigger battle developing here with Dominic East, Natalie and Usamanov. All three are fighting for a position. Just ahead then is Tedder, about 1.2 seconds off this. So very close here between about 6 cars. But also the Natalie though is getting massively close, as it's a bunch of McLarens, Tedder, Usmanov and the Natalie, all the McLarens, Dominic East then and the Mercedes behind. Yeah, Tom, that was unbelievable. I cannot get over that. It was the back marker was swerving, so he had already got by the other car that had spun and swerved. Remember, I was going on the inside and absolutely ploughed straight into me. It was ridiculous, and you were just unfortunately a back marker that got killed with that as well. Ninja Neens, how do you get a country girl? How do you get a country girl's attention right? Means with you, I'm going to say, tell her that you're her brother. Something like that. As the Natalie is still about 1 second off Usamanov. that tractor. That could get lads' attentions either down the country. And Christensen's after joining this battle here as well. Christensen down in P9 there as well, about half a second now off Dominic Geese. So that's the difference between the McLaren and then the Mercedes. BMW really showing how strong it is out front as well. I know Liam Smith's doing a great job there. He's about 15 seconds off tomorrow though. I don't know what happened to them on the first few laps. Yeah, I thought they're absolutely looking super strong out there, the BMWs. I wouldn't mind, right? I was in the NSX having a great race, and Thomas Hollis can definitely vouch for that. I went from P29 up to P12 within 2 laps. The first lap it was P29 to P14. NSX was a lovely car around here today. Now I don't know whether it would have lasted the whole race or not, but it was superly interesting to see. Jumping on Ashkoff here, McLaren versus BMW again. Definitely going to be interesting to see what way guys go in terms of tyre strat as well, as I'm sure it's going to be very, very tricky to get it exactly right here today. I know the Beamers might try a one-stop strategy, but we'll see what goes. Oh no, an engine needs what to buy a pair of camouflage trousers and couldn't find any. You're probably just looking out in a field where they are invisible. Jumping back on here, the podium position places, it's BMW versus BMW, and it's so hard to get by a car that's set up similarly as well. What sort of pace is P1 doing? So P1 has the fastest lap, which is a 147.535. Last lap of 148.2 is still the fastest on the track. So he's doing a phenomenal job in terms of even race pace is 100% up there. Go on, I'll talk to you later on, Neens. Great to have you in. Enjoy. And how are the lads actually getting on? Can you give me an update, Neens, on that as well? Because I won't be able to watch that till later on as well. So be cool to see. As Tedder looks like it's after getting by Humazov. Oh, look at this. It's just an absolute battle. 3 McLarens at it. So Tedder under pressure but got the position back. Whoever made his livery is a genius. That's all I'm saying. No problems, bruv. So Chris is definitely losing time now because of this battle. But look at this, they're so close. So you've got Tedder, then 0.2 behind the Zupasov. Then it's 0.2 to Denatli, 0.4 or 0.3 to Geese, 0.3 to Christensen. So from 5th up to 9th, it's literally a blink of an eye. Literally a blink of an eye there. Look at that. Unbelievable stuff. Chris is definitely going to be feeling the pressure. Of course, he's a seasoned driver. Dominic East trying to go around the outside of Parabolica there as well. But now right behind him, though, he's got Christensen right behind. So Dominic wants to really hope that that V8 of that Mercedes has the beans on that V8 McLaren with the turbo. But the McLaren here out now, getting dragged. The Mercedes is out dragging them because Dominic is doing the right thing, staying in the air. The McLaren is trying to brake a bit later. Dominic goes up the inside. Oh, lovely move. A little bit of touching with Dominic and the other. Oh, Dominic's after getting a bit spun, but he gets back going. That was a bit of a cheeky move there. Cheeky. Right, as that happens anyway, he gets back out. He hasn't lost a major amount of time, but he has lost a position or two with that. Gazek there is in the Aston Martin. Looking to try catch Liam Smith now. I'm surprised there wasn't more Aston Martins for tonight's race as well, to be honest about it. I was very shocked. Then again, people want to be in what's fastest, don't they? That's absolutely phenomenal stuff. Oh, so seeing test 2, there was some stuff. Perfecto. Back though onto the race in itself. I'm going to jump back on to the Natalie. He's still fighting with Umazanov. I'm going to get the name wrong a million times. That's how I roll. But doing a phenomenal job nonetheless out there. Dominic Geese though has had an off. What has happened to him? You'll notice when I go into replays, all the overlay will go. We'll just focus on what happened. Oh, the curb of that sausage curb will murder you. There's definitely a bit of damage on that car now. Probably at least 30 seconds, I would say. It was a heavy hit. That's where, unfortunately, I lost the will to live. As did Tom Solis, unfortunately, as well. I need to watch back that. Matteo Battelli. I think the team's better at that for now. And it's going to move on. And it looks like Horvat's had a disconnect by the looks of it. Is he back? No, he's not. Horvat's disconnected to... Oh no, he's back. He's back, he's going. On here now, Tereshchenko. He's still achingly close, but just cannot get by. That must be super frustrating for him. As it looks like in the background as well, is that Liam Smith fighting away? No, it's not. Is that Matty Gamble? No. As Akshov going by there now. So much stuff going on there at the minute, guys. Askishov doing a great deal of work there. Gonna jump up though from Alexander to Bellatelli, who is from Italy, and he is up racing with Christensen now. Christensen though doing a good job there as well. Lovely looking McLaren. I have to say, some of the liveries here today are absolutely stunning. Was it really, Tom? Ah, well then if that is the case, then that is my fault. I'll have to look back. Honestly, I haven't got to literally look at that because obviously it happened so fast and I decided to jump in comms instead of being out with 2 minutes worth of damage. If I wasn't, I will hit myself in the face for that one. Looking further back again, that looks like Glenn Smith, P21, who is looking to fight there with Adam Friday. I wonder what happened to Glenn. I wonder to just pit again already. So I didn't get to see what happened behind. I got a really good start and then that was it. Oh, sorry, bro. If it was me not holding the brakes, then I do apologise. I literally was in shock that I got murdered. To be fair, the only person... So as the back marker hit you, see, I literally... That all happened so fast, Tom. I remember you clipped, obviously, off me after me getting clipped from the other lad avoiding the car, but like, I don't know from your view, Tom, did it look like, from me, he looked like he just kept swerving side to side. Like, he wasn't actually keeping it straight, the other guy. Like, he had plenty of room to keep it straight. And then just decided to cut into me and kill me. One of the P28. As Glenn makes nice work there, and he's on his way. Gamble up on P2 though, still 10 seconds off Van der Molen. Van der Molen a 1:47.8 last lap, and Matty a 1:48.3. So some unbelievable times being set out there today. See, it didn't look like he lost it from my screen. It just looked like, because like I just got on the brakes a bit earlier and pulled to the right, and I didn't like lose any grip. It didn't look like why he would have lost it the way it looked like you were saying he lost it, because it was weird. It didn't look right to me, but I could be wrong. As I say, I haven't looked back at it. The only recollection I have it is when you're in that race mode and adrenaline's up and you're pissed. But I will definitely review that as well. I wouldn't mind. I was having a ball of a race, Tom. 29th to fucking 14th, I think it was, by lap 1. Then getting up into lap, or it was a P12 by lap 2 or something like that. I had such a good start. It was probably the best start I've ever had in a race. So Matteo Batelli back on with them now. Half a second off, and then Natalie's the same. They're both kind of stuck in this little train with each other, which I'm sure is very frustrating for them. Chico Lindfar, I know, had about a minute and a bit's worth of damage, or like 30 plus seconds anyway. He was involved in an incident earlier on in the race as well. Nice one, fair play to Sainty and Engineers. Yeah, honestly, Tom, I was the same. I was just kind of trying to manage my pace while keeping fast enough, if you get me, because obviously the Honda was going to chew its tyres. But I felt fairly comfortable out there. I felt I was doing like a decent job managing. I'd one bad lap there where you gained about a second and a bit in me, and I kind of then pulled out a bit more time one of the laps after and kind of were managing it. But then, yeah. Oh, it's so disappointing. And I wouldn't mind, I literally only drove the Honda properly on the track today, and first time ever using the setup was today for the race. I used a random one for qualifying that I had, and then I changed that race one literally just for the race. So yeah, it was an experience. Wouldn't mind, the Honda was actually really good fun. Like, it shows to me that the bops will be a bit of fun, so I still might change for next season, because I was going to go with the Ferrari, but if the bop is this fun, I might just use one of the older cars, because I was honestly having a blast. Did Natalie going for it now? This might be finally it. Let's see, does he get it? No, he just has to stick behind. There's nothing he can do. Beautiful looking livery from the EOS always as well. It's great to see them involved in here. A lot of time for them. And great, of course, to see the LFI. And actually, I'll give LFI an old plug as well while I'm here. So, League full of idiots. If you're in our Discord, guys, they run a time attack server, which is good fun. And if I remember right, and I'm sure Tom or Dr. Trevel can tell me different, but the slight change to it now for when you're setting a lap, you need to do 5 uninvalidated laps before the time to count, if I remember right now. Was a little tweak they've done to it. And it's a bit of fun. You just go in whenever you want. The servers are open 24/7, and you'll see the leaderboard uploaded hourly or after every session. There'll be a channel in our Discord as well as obviously LFI's, and it's a bit of fun. It's just me and Britt went on to it the other day. I think it's in Indy still, and it was a laugh. It changes every month, if I remember right. So it'll be one track for the month. And the Natalie take 2. He's on the inside though, and he still has to hold off and wait. He's losing a lot of time because Christensen and Batelli are now back into that one as well. It's a future requirement, so it's not part of the requirement at the minute, is it not? Fair enough, that's fair. So at the minute you can still just hop on, do a lap, and swing those lovely hot dogs and whatever else, and just show off what you can do on the track as well. So I'd like to give them a little plug. Obviously in FFG we've got affiliations with an awful lot of leagues, and we're more than happy to give them a little shout out. Of course, our own season is starting to come as Tether is after having a bit of a boo-boo. Oh, he just lost it. Runs wide, and then the lump on the sand got him. Oh, I tell you one thing. Was that Liam Smith that avoided him somehow? No, must have been Matty Gamble. That was an unbelievable avoidance. Well done, lads. But yeah, we've got our new season 3 of our Wednesday League starting on the 2nd of January 2024. We have our 2.4 season. This is like a little warm-up for this tonight. So it's a 2.4 season every Sunday. And that is all live and available on SimGrid starting from the 7th of the month. All of our leagues are bopped for LFM, so feel free to come in one of the older cars, have a laugh and get involved, and that's what it's all about, you know. I know Amigo's new season is starting up as well. They're live on SimGrid also. So definitely get involved, guys. Plenty of racing there for everybody. I don't know if LFI are going to do any leagues in the new year or what's happening with that for now. As far as I remember when I was talking to Mr. Trevel, it's going to be a few little kind of endurance events at the end of the, like one at each end of each month or something like that. As the Natalie's after having a bit of a moment there, big damage on him. Oh, that was huge damage. Let's just go back and have a look here. We'll go back 30 seconds. So he dropped it on Lesmo too, if I remember right. So lovely jubbly. Bob's your uncle. Runs wide, loses it on the car, boom. That's where his damage came from there. So unfortunately for him there, he has just enough damage to make it very uncomfortable. And we should be back in 3, 2, 1 to a live one. And we're going to jump on Ascra now, who is fighting along with Quinton, and behind him Chateau, who is also there. Good little battle here with these guys. So the Natalie, of course, is in the pits after that huge incident. Chico Lindfar in the Porsche, which is not normally his forte, having a good race. Not too shabby. I'm going to give everybody a few seconds on the stream as well. Normally not everybody gets the love. So let's jump on then. Brit Batiste also in the Porsche as well. Unusual to see Brit this far down. Then you've got Chris Tedder. We've got Denatli Eskov and Chateau in the pits. So you've got Tedder then ahead of Brit. And on Friday, Glenn Smith then on a good recovery drive now in P19 up P17 and going to be P16 now as he goes by the 3 guys in the pits. Then you've got Christensen. What's happened to Mora? Let's just jump back. I'll still go through everything. Of course, it's a Scary doing a Scary things. Oh, that looks like a weird reason what happened there anyway. Oh, okay. Very weird. But anyway. So we've got Christensen then in 15th position. Then in 14, what's going on here? Where's the overlay gone? What's going on here? There we go. So Alma Horova, he's doing a good job though, to be fair about it. Doing a very good job. Don't know what's going on here, but there we go. Tomorrow then P12. What's he doing there? Not much. Then we've got Gizik then, who is in the pits. Also a Horvat then. What's going on here now? So Horvat doing a good job. I'm going to go with the basic code. We'll just see the relative on this one. Verstraeten in 10th. Quinton then in P9. Verstraeten actually after having a moment. Oh wow. What's happened here now? Oh, you don't want to be doing that in a Porsche. God no. Last thing you want to be doing. Then we got in 9 Quinton. Liam Smith's up in P8 though. I'm very impressed with Liam here. It's a driver who of course I know quite a long time. P7 Usmanov in the pits. Dominic Geese of course. The amazing Dominic Geese in P6 from Talented Motorsport in the 101 car. The Mercedes is his pride and joy. He absolutely loves this car. And him and Oliver Anderson do some great racing in this one. Good to see him doing well. Bellatelli is a new driver, which we're loving to see. And Samatia doing a great job there in P5 with Terashenko in P4. Then Cyberinkin in P3, so I'm going to just call him Nikita. Matty Gamble, of course, in P2. Matty doing Matty things, pulling it together. I'm sure he's liking the track at the minute being a little bit hotter. Van der Molen, though, absolutely flying there for DC Sim Racing. So good stuff there as Chateau is in the pits. There we go. So Usmanov out in P12, not too bad. And he just comes out ahead there of Christensen by 7 seconds. Back on with Dommy Geese. Oh, Dommies. That's the first time I've seen him making a mistake in a while. Cyberkin is in the pits though, so this is big enough now. Let's see where he comes out after his pit, because that'll be quite interesting. Tom will be running some more L5 seasons for sure. Still playing the next sprint season. The monthly race and time attack circuit will also continue. That's good. That's good. That's what I like to see, Tom. The more racing all of our leagues offer together is a good thing, because drivers have a selection of if they can race a certain day. If I don't do it, one of you might do it. And the same for you, you might be able to offer it to somebody who, if there's something you don't offer on a certain day and we do, pop them over. The same for amigos or anything like that. It's all about stuff working together. Oh, is that the McLaren off there? But cuts and gets back out ahead. But they're not racing with Geese though. All over the back. As Dominic gets a drive-through for track limits as well, by the way. He'll be fuming, and he gets a little tap on the rear as well. That's not fun for Dominic at the minute. As Liam Smith's in the pits there, and as I say that, he's on the way out of the pits already. So he will be coming out. Oh, Horvat's had a moment by the looks of it. Let's see what happened to him. Coming down into T1, going hard on the brakes. Just misses his braking point altogether. Tries to make it around. Fair play. Doesn't try to plough through it. Absolutely admire that. So Horvat, Florian, we hope we see you more in FFG. I love drivers that actually do things the right way. Absolutely greatly appreciated. Well done, Florian. And hopefully we do get a bit more of you in our leagues. And also on this one here as Chico. That Porsche seems to have the beans on the NSX, which I'm shocked at. Interesting. But Chico gets by, and on Friday in P17 now with Gazek just 4 seconds off. Dominic Geese is in the pits serving that drive-through, which will be a killer for him. So Liam Smith 14 seconds ahead of this man, Chris Tedder. Chris will be gutted. There's no point lying about it. He will be gutted. But things like this can happen. Doing a great job. I'm going to jump on with Usmanov now because he's literally going for the move. Gets it done into turn 1. Does he hold it? He barely makes the corner, but luckily enough for him, he's had the right line, which was going to be locked down. Get that done. Just looking through the field, guys. It's quite spaced out at the minute. Todd, how are you doing? Shame I missed this one. Reckon could have had a chance at first. Tom, honestly, I know I'm out of it now. I was racing. I got absolutely murdered, and then unfortunately, Tom was a part of Sparky as well. You missed some. I honestly was having a great time. I'm not gonna lie. And then just unfortunately, one car lost it on the exit with Scary. Another car then a back marker. Tom said he lost it, which I'm going to have to agree with because I haven't looked at the replay yet. And then he hit me, and then I spun around, and from what I've heard, I didn't go on the brakes just enough, and Tom clipped me, and it was just a horrible, horrible, horrible incident. But other than that one, I'm not sure of any other major incidents as of yet. There's been some really good racing, some great pace out there though as well. Like a 147.535 race pace is phenomenal, to be fair. Yeah, well, see, Tom, you're right there. I'd be the same. I don't think I ever fight drivers that I know are faster. And in my head, I seen you were catching me. And I think once you got within that time of catching, I would have given you the little indicator to let you know go up the inside, because I would have let you buy until like T1 or that, where I wouldn't lose much time myself, or even T2. But I'd always be strategic and where I let people buy in terms of not losing time. But I was feeling quite comfortable, and I was even saying it in the race chat to the lads. I think Tom's going to catch me. I would have been comfortable then in P13, even if you did get by me or not, because there was a good gap down to Liam. I was just going to focus on my own race, but it wasn't to be this evening. Although I have to say the Honda impressed me. Even though in qualifying I didn't mix it up, that race start and just how it felt, it was actually quite a nice car to drive in the race as well. Gazik in P17 is now on the back of Anam Friday. Anam misses the turn and Gazik gets the place, but Anam will keep it going. Anam's one of the legends driving the Honda as well. That's what the LFM Bop is there to do, guys. Encourages you in other cars and have a bit of fun as well, especially in the off-season events. It's a prequel to what's going to happen for the new season. Obviously, of course, the league rules apply, but at the same time, try and have a bit of fun with it as well, because, you know, it's nearly the time of year where people settle down to relax a little bit. And we all race hard and work hard all year long. What exactly happened? I was looking at this one. Oh wow, what a way to get to Escud. Oh no, I definitely agree it's fun to race quicker drivers and it does help you get faster. But yeah, if they're significantly faster, it would end up losing both of your time. Like, with you, Tom, I think today I'd okay-ish pace with you, but I still think I would have let you by just not to hurt my own race. Because especially in endurances, you don't really need to fight as much at all. You need to focus on the race at hand, the tyres that you're on, and preserving it as much as you can. And then fighting, like at the last half an hour, yeah, I'd absolutely fight to and out with you at that stage, but not that early on in the race. You kind of just let people by. And I think Adam's doing a good thing at the minute. In the next 40 minutes or so, he should start getting a little bit more aggressive in terms of not just letting people sail by. But I definitely agree with that. You still need to have a bit of a fight. Dominic, though, on a bit of a fight and a recovery as well, because he did, of course, get a drive-through, which cost him quite a significant amount of time. But he has kind of made the position, but also the Beamer has the better line. Dominic needs to let the Beamer go by and cut back if he can. He's not. He's going to... Oh, nice driving from both of these. Tiny touch though on the exit. But that's really nice as Horvat goes into the pits there as well in the background along with Elevan. So, Matty Campbell's about 13.8 seconds off our race leader here. Menno van der Molen with Matty Campbell coming down the main straight. That goes to show you the gap that there is there. 14 seconds at the minute. Back though, Geese and Quinton are still at it. Tereshenko having a nice job in third position. BMW is obviously top 3 at the minute. 7.8 seconds behind him, but going into the pits, Matteo Belietti is now into the pits, and Dominic Geese will be the next person up that row, but Dominic is quite a little bit behind, so we'll see how that one plays out. Chris Tedder on a recovery drive, he's now 10 seconds off Liam. He's pulled 4 seconds in at the minute. Oh yeah, no, Tom, with you there, I would have fought until I felt I was losing time. But at the same time, with the Honda, I don't know how much fighting I'd like to do, because we all know how it was of chewing tyres. I don't know what it's like with the, obviously the change of 1.9 and the bops and everything else. But I'd know that on that car to know how long the tyres was going to last on the setup that I had as well. So to be honest, I probably would have strategically fought a little bit, but if I felt I was losing my own time, I would let you sail, boy. It's such a long race, man. I wasn't going to lose time, and it's such a shame. I felt good for at least a top 10 position, I think, overall. With the way I was definitely saving tyres, and I know you were doing the same, Tom. I think there was a good chance for both of us to be a lot higher up, because they were fighting tooth and nail ahead of us. But sure, isn't that just racing? It's how it goes. Oh, we had a bit of a change there with Belietti coming out of the pits. Cyberkin goes up, so that is Nikita from OJ Motorsports BPM Soft. Matty Campbell is in the pits though. There we go. I know, Tom. It's like what could have been kind of an event, because I wouldn't mind genuinely. I think that was one of the best starts I've ever had in ACC. I had another really good start in Eleanor before, but that was definitely up there as probably my best start though. That was just unbelievable. Tereshenko is also in the pits following Matty. So Dominic East trying to come back through, of course. He still has to actually do a pit. So unfortunately for Dominic, he's going to have to try and drag this out. I'd say Van der Molen must be feeling very comfortable out there after the Natalie in that recovered McLaren now, chasing down Gezik and trying to get through. Lovely stuff. Quinlan coming out of the pits there. P5 is Tereshenko. Quinlan just gets up in the P4. Dominic Geese is back up to P3, but of course he does have to pit. Matty Gamble's in P2, but there's the race leader is after coming into the pits now. Yeah, Tom, I get that, and like that's why I was in the pits with the lads, because I'd end up 2 minutes worth of damage. My car was that badly damaged. I think I lost it in every corner on the way back to the pits and got more damage. So what I decided to do, instead of continuing on and being so far behind, I decided just to jump in and do a bit of comms. I said, why not? Makes more sense. And at least gives the guys something to watch back as well. So Jelly Frustrate. I'm going to ruin all these guys' names. Sorry for ruining your names, people. Verstraten. Doing a good job there. Gezik and then Natalie back at it as well. So Matty Gamble now comes out. Let's see, was it close coming out of the pits? Not really. Matty just had the legs there. Interesting. It was close, actually. No, it was close enough. Matty now is into the lead of this race as they goes back now. Matty will be happy with that one as Quentin's into the pits there now as well. Quentin drops down to 8th position at the minute. Liam Smith's having a phenomenal race there. P11 now. Go on, my son. This is always what I wanted from Liam. Always what I wanted from Liam. Some good racing and good results from him. So I'm absolutely chuffed for him at the minute. Oh, bit of a moment there. What happened? Riding along in his BMW. Oh, it's just too hot in. Hits the curb. No harm, no foul. Slows down. Bob's your uncle. We'll jump back onto the racing here as Jelly Frustrating is getting frustrated with there's a Krazitan ahead. Yeah, I don't understand how it's going to be a dry race. Like, the server settings are for wet. And in practice servers, it's been wet. But that's the variable of it. I don't understand how it's dry. At all. Which is crazy. The rain was at 0.12 as well. Randomness was at 3. And the multiplier was 1. So we didn't go mad with a multiplier on it. That makes no sense. To be honest. Can I show it on screen? I'm gonna see, can I go view? So multiplier 180. Yeah, so just to show, that is the live race server settings there. 0.12, cloud level 0.4, it's meant to be when the randomness 3. And that's for the live race that's ongoing there at the minute. Which is absolutely crazy. Does the wind speed make a difference? Maybe it's not windy enough to bring in any of the weather. I'm not sure. I'll have to go through the settings later on because it could be an hour going through and there's so much settings in it. But no, it was set up, and I even done the test with the other link that tells you all the server settings. Bear with me now. So this is where we done the weather settings. Actually, myself and Chico were kind of going over the weather settings one of the days, and we even tested it out. We done several different tests on it. Just let me find out where it is. Of course, now I can't see it. But we went on to a place anyway and done all the weather checking, or maybe it was Chris Tedder I was talking to. But yeah, for whatever reason, with the randomness in 3, it's going to be dry. Hopefully it gets to rain sooner in the race, because it is something I would have loved to see. Matty Gamble still in the lead at the minute. Van der Molen 1.8 seconds behind. That looks like Dominic East in between. So Matty's probably hoping Dominic East will do him a little favour. Then again, blue flag, you can't really be defending. it could make life difficult to a point. Terashenko's doing a great job on third, by the way. Very, very, very good driving there by Andrei Terashenko. Racing for Kart Freedom. 1.2 seconds off Ashcroft and Gezik. With Chateau is about 5.2 seconds behind that as well. So it's very spread out at the minute. And this is normally what happens in these 2.4s. It'll get very, very close near the end once all the strategies are played out. And everybody's kind of doing what they really want to do there. So it will be interesting come at the end of this race. Let me tell you that for nothing. Just turn the volume down slightly there as we have Verstappen into the pits from P8. Still on with Arskov, but we'll have a look now at what else is going on. Anything developing. I can see there's going to be a bit of development in the top 5 soon enough. Give it another few laps, but Ashkov here is the closest battle on the track at the minute. So we'll stick on with this one. Is now on the pits as well, so let's see what Brit's gonna do. America. I do like that livery on the Porsche as well. I know it's one of the base ones. Oh, Christensen's had a moment, it looks like, at the exit of Ascari. Let's have a look. Yep, the McLaren definitely does not like bumps, but somehow he's kept it out of the wall. Yeah, so while yes, he lost a bit of time, at least he hasn't lost half his car. So there's always benefits. I don't know if Tom Solis is still watching. Tom, what were your tyres like after the spin? Mine were like lava. I couldn't have any grip. Van der Molen though, 0.9 seconds behind Matty Gamble. Now, of course, Matty is still yet to piss, so Matty is dragging this out mahusively. So fair play to Matty. He's only done the one so far. What has he? Time pitted 46. Well, Matty hasn't. He's only done fuel by the looks of it. 14 seconds. He's not done tyres. But Van der Molen's done tyres. So Matty's next stop is when he's going to do the pit for tyres, I would assume. So I'd expect him in soon enough if that's the case. No way would you get one set of tyres to the end. This lovely stuff here. Van der Molen though is absolutely on it. He's so fast. 1:47.380 last lap. He set the fastest lap of the race last lap as well. He's absolutely on it out there. Obviously that fresh boost as well. A nicely rubbered in track and is definitely in. He is absolutely flying. Now, Matty Gamble was nearly a second slower last lap, so that's going to show you the difference. The only thing is now, because they're on the same piece of tarmac, Matty can now defend like we know Matty can. Now, whether he's going to be able to hold off someone with a second faster pace at the minute, I don't know. I'm sure he's going to give it a go. He can place his car maybe in the right areas, just enough to slow down Van der Molen and just make him wait that bit as well. So far, so good for the Matty G. And behind him, Bellatelli and Mr. Terashenko are just about to have a battle as well. So we'd stick on this one for a minute as it's for the lead of the race. But also third and fourth are battling as well, but they are 34.9 seconds off these two guys here. Just goes to show the level of pace. Matty's starting to feel it a bit now, I think. That Beamer behind though, getting that bit of a toe as well. An identical rubber, definitely a difference in tyres now. So is that going to help with the drive out? So Van der Molen's only 0.2 seconds off. And it's all good getting the toe, but once he gets side by side or up to the rear of him and he tries to break that, I wonder will he just die off as normally he won't be getting a toe. Matty's going to defend on the inside. Van der Molen's going to try go on the outside with Matty there, driving him lovely and wide. Van der Molen trying to stay there with him. Matty gives him the room though nicely because Molen kept his nose there. Matty Gamble has done absolutely brilliant so far. Matty though has unfortunately lost the edge of having the inside line. But Gamble is slightly ahead, although he's starting to pull ahead. Yes, he has got back ahead. Matty needs to go to the inside now, but Van der Molen's gone to the outside. Gamble's going to keep it wide. Molen's gone through. That was fair driving from Matty there. That's what you call absolutely amazing awareness there. Matty just knew the fight was ended up pretty much done by that stage. He tried to defend someone on the inside. It may not work out. So great driving there. Back on with Bellatelli and Terashenko. These guys here fighting for P2 and P3, 0.6 of a second apart. Matty Gamble's about 0.6 off Van der Molen. Doing a great job. Looking back then, we've got Horvat, who's 0.4 behind Mr. Verstraeten. And on Friday, repping the Hondas, though, I want to give him a little shout out. What a legend. Flying out there. Getting his blue flag, though. So here we have it now. Mario is about 0.2 of a second off. Lost with Matty Gamble though is keeping with Van der Molen as well. Matty Gamble though is 0.2 of a second off. He was looking at it, he was thinking about it. So Matty's not dropped off, which is very interesting. Credit to Matty Gamble, he's having a great one. Van der Molen has been very impressive as well, a great addition to the racing. We'd like to see him for the Sunday League when it gets going in January as well. It'd be quite cool to have a few of the guys stick around that have joined in for tonight's one-off warm-up for 2024 for the 7th of January for the 2.4 series start date. All server settings and everything will be live on SimGrid as well for that as well, so it's quite handy. I'm going to jump back to Bellatelli though, 0.1 of a second now. Matteo coming up to Terashenko. Just the legs in the BMW at the minute, both braking similar times. Oh, McLaren gets himself just too much of the curb and lost a little bit of momentum, but not by too much though. 0.2 of a second, so the McLaren here should be a bit nicer through these two corners here around the two parabolicas. Much tighter gap, but he's just going to have to be patient. Needs to now have a nice drive, which it looks like he has got a slightly better drive. 0.3 of a second off, coming up towards Ascari now. Just needs to keep getting that toe. He needs to get Ascari down beautifully. He's down to 0.2 of a second. But he breaks a lot earlier, a lot harder, and actually loses a little bit of time. Let's see what his exit of Ascari is like. It's still at 0.3, 0.4. So the Beamer's been able to chew down curbs a bit more. He's been able to abuse the curbs and keep a little bit of an advantage in pace there. That's just the minor details of this race, is the likes of what cars can take what curbs more, but also down to how careful the driver has been. All around so far, some really good racing. Telly trying anything, but he has lost a little bit of momentum. When I say that, it's not much. as Horvat is after getting a move done. Let's go back and watch that. We missed that off the stream. So it looked like he got it done into turn 1 and has kept it ahead by the looks of it. Which he has done, so fair play. And he's still at it. They're still fighting away here. It's the kind of racing we love to see. And he's keeping quite a distance at the minute. 0.3 of a second off, and 0.3 though for Balotelli as well. So we're not really missing anything from either side at the minute. Let's see how they get on. So Florian still doing a great job. Oh, very wide goes Balotelli there. Oh, not Balotelli, I do apologise. That was Verstraeten behind. I do apologise. 0.5 of a second. Fast lap of the race is still, of course, Van der Meulen, a 1:47.380. So rapid pace there. Last lap from a 1:47.8, and then for Matty Gamble a 1:47.532. And that's it. Oh, Quinton's after having a big one that looks like on the exit of Ascari. What has happened here? Straight off and lost it. Oh, he was doing so well. And then heavy damage. Verstraeten though still fighting along there, and also Balotelli still fighting with Tereshchenko for, of course, position there on track for the last podium position. So plenty for these to really fight for as well. And coming down now to the last hour of racing, we're going to start to see kind of people starting to really properly push now. People that may have been conserving a little bit will start to really put the push on now, as obviously, you know, time for being nice and kind of letting people buy a bit easier. That time for that to go. It is now time for proper fighting now and proper wheel-to-wheel stuff. Liam Smith is in the pits, it looks like, for hopefully the last time. So I will just put Liam out into now. It depends on how he's stopped for. Dominic Geese coming around next. He's going to definitely drop by him. Can Liam come out ahead of Florian or Horvat? Florian Horvat, can he get out ahead? No, he's not. Oh, Batiste, Lienfar? Lienfar's coming through Ascari now. Right, Liam's on the way out, so Liam's heavily fueling. So that's his fuel all the way to the end, as it looks like his teammate Matty Gamble also in the pits there now from P2 for his last go. As it looks like Balotelli here has a much better run. Tereshchenko ran very wide there. We're going to go side by side. The main thing for Balotelli is as well, he's got that inside line, which is massive here. The Beamer is just ahead, but Balotelli is going to have the braking zone, but you can just see by the way Tereshchenko defended P2. That was great driving, not going to lie there, from both of the drivers. Very good stuff. Matty Gamble's still in the pits at the minute, so Gamble is down in P7 after the pits there. He's just out now. So Balotelli here needs to try and find a way, but he's been stuck behind him for a little while now. And that's when frustration kicks in as well. After a certain amount of time, you will start to feel frustrated that you haven't got the job done, and you may start overdriving as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Maybe keep his frame of mind in good shape and just consider other options to try and get by. But at the minute, oh, Usamano had a bit of a moment behind there, but is back on, so we won't bother having to go back to replay here because this battle is still going 0.2 of a second off. It's very, very tough when you're battling someone for so long. You kind of get stuck in a certain driving style then with them. Van der Meulen though will still have to pit again, one would assume. see. Balotelli still trying to find a way by Tereshchenko. I'm sure this is probably very frustrating for him now at this stage. And he's going to have to concede. He's losing a bit of time there now. So Levine is in the mix with that one there as well. He's in P21. Adam Friday is in P20. It looks like just ahead of Dominic East there. Then we have Baptiste Quinton in P19. Or Baptiste. Tisti or something. I can't say that name. Then we've got Britt Batiste, another American, then in P18. Chico Lindvar is in P17. Then in P16 we've got Liam Smith. We know he's definitely running to the end now. That would have been a tyre change and fuel. Then we've got Horvat, then just ahead of Liam. Over Straighten, sorry, ahead of Liam, then Horvat. Then we have Dominic Geese in 13, Gezik in P12, Chateau in P11, Askahov in P10, Natalie in P9, Chris Tedder back up into P8, so that's a great recovery from Chris after him having a little bit of a moment in Ascari earlier on in the race. So great drive up. He's 5.8 seconds off Matty Campbell here, who pitted from P2 then, with Fleischmann Christian just ahead. Then Usmanov right ahead of him. Then we have Sabikin, I'm going to say Nikita because I will just keep getting that name wrong. Then Balotelli is still fighting along with Tereshchenko, and Van der Meulen is still out in front with the fast lap. He's the only one consistently in the 147s. I think he's the only person to hit a 140. Oh no, just failed to hit 147. Fast lap Matty Campbell 147.9, Christensen a 147.8. So they're still about half a second off. So Van der Meulen definitely has the pace advantage at the minute. But I know Matty Campbell, if he can get out of the dirty air that is ahead of him, can have an absolute stomp over race as well. I really rate Campbell. As anyone who watches my streams, I've seen Matty race for well over a year now. And he's just one of these phenomenal drivers, and he's getting better and better all the time. I know a year ago you wouldn't have said he'd be up fighting against all these fast guys. He was always in midfield back at that stage, but he's just really come leaps and bounds, and he's gone much faster than people I would have think were super fast back in the day. I would say he's now faster than them. So good to see Matty really showing the progression there and just showing what it's like to get your head on, get the practice in, and you reap what you sow, isn't that what they say? And he's definitely doing that. Well, I tell you, I think is just, he's giving me absolute PTSD. I'd love to see him get back up to get the little move done, but we're going to jump on with Chico as he's now fighting with Liam Smith. Porsche versus BMW. I don't think the Porsche will have the legs on the BMW, but he's sticking with him. Liam's run a bit wider. Chico's going on the inside. Chico has the nicer line, but so far it looks like he's ahead in the drag race though. Will the Beamer come back though? This is lovely racing, very, very close racing as well. Liam's not giving an inch, Chico's not giving an inch. It's getting very close. Okay, that was crazy. What happened there? Let's go back up. So Helicam 2 becomes 1 with the track narrowing. We'll have to look at that one after. That was there was room for both cars easily in that straight, so we'll have to look at that one after as well. But massively looking Chico, quite a lot of damage. Liam down in 19th with quite a bit of damage, but he can still come back at least. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. We'll jump back on though with Chateau, who is in P11. Yeah, Tom, I am consistently impressed with Matty as well. Like, he's super consistent, But you know something, there's no ego with Matty as well. He's not one of these people that would be like, yeah, I'm fast, or kind of gloat about it. Like, Matty is just such a down-to-earth dude. He loves racing. And yeah, he's an absolute joy to see us going from strength to strength. There's a lot of people that get fast sometimes get egos. I remember when I first kind of came over to the ACC side of things back in the day when I was doing commentary, and I found there were so many egos involved with dick swinging for time attacks and stuff back in the day. I won't name names. But yeah, it's crazy to see just the progression of him, but several others as well. Like, I look at even Glenn Smith, another guy who was in around my pace back when I was even slower. Like, obviously, like, I'm okay-ish now, but Glenn Smith's gone a massive jump in the last 6-7 months alone. Has just become a completely different driver. It's unbelievable to see it, which I love to see. So fair play to Glenn. I'm trying to think of other drivers who really impressed me that much. Chico Lindfar is another one. He only picked up ACC just over a year ago, but when I first met Chico, I was similar pace to Chico, but sure, he's another level now. But the man puts in more hours there than I do in my work. You know, yeah, so Chico's been super impressive. Britt Batiste is another guy, since I've known Britt for a few months, has massively improved. There's another guy not racing tonight as well, Aaron Sparks. Phenomenal little driver, getting better and better, but I won't say little because he's a grown man. But he's a great driver as well, who is finding his pace and getting there. He was in and around the likes of Alpha Dog Meets pace, and has pushed up now to do very good. And even Alpha was a driver who impressed me in terms of the pace that he was getting as well. Of course, me and Alpha aren't best friends anymore, but you know, he's done very well, and I will give him credit where credit's due in terms of his progression and pace, because he has done a decent job. He's progressed way more than what he was when I first met the dude. I love it, Tom. What else consistently impresses me? Tedder's ability to get bad luck. Well, Tom, I could say the same for us today as well. But yeah, Torpedo Tedder does give himself some... I think he likes just to give himself a hard race. But the good thing about Chris, and I will say this as well, the guy, in fairness, is racing and enjoying it. He's not racing to be out and out the best all the time. He's racing for fun as well. I'm sure when a new season starts, it might be a little bit more serious. But like, for these stuff, he's taking it on board. It is a bit of fun, and he is enjoying it as well. So it's great to see. It is really great to see. Actually, Treeble's another driver who got faster as well, is coming to my mind. Dominic East has always been fast. But some of these new drivers as well have been very impressive to watch. But let me see, who can we go on with now? Jump on with Usmanov for a little few seconds or two. But yeah, it's good to see, and I've noticed the ACC community is definitely going very strong. I think SimGrid is absolutely a phenomenal platform. It's the only platform FFG will ever use in terms of hosting its leagues for the likes of ACC, and even iRacing. I'm sure, unless iRacing have a nice onboard portal for when we start that, I'll use SimGrid also for iRacing, because it's just it's a great tool. I love it. Absolutely love SimGrid. Tom, you've said it in one, you need to race with a bit of fun in mind, and I think sometimes we all do forget to have fun. I think there's times when you're racing and you feel that you're fighting for the likes of a championship. It doesn't matter whether it's top tier or a lower div. Sometimes you can start taking it too serious, and it just... I think you fall out of love with the game a little bit. I know I fell out of love with the game just for a small period back in probably August, September. I think I was just having a lot of bad luck. It wasn't last season, it was the season before in Amigos. And I just wasn't having any luck, and I really wasn't enjoying the racing. But then I kind of just reset my mindset with it, and you know, once you do it for a bit of fun as well, it's way more enjoyable. Like even tonight, I jumped into this. Never raced the Honda NSX. I think I messed with it a few times a year ago, back in the older, what was it, the 1.8, and it was a fun car to drive in that. But tonight was fun. In Amigos, I just picked random cars for fun as well. Like that classic race was amazing. Driving the M6, it was good fun. And yeah, people need to remember it is, yes, of course, all racing serious. Doesn't matter whether it's behind the real wheel or the sim racing wheel, but you need to have that fun. Otherwise, it really does kind of kill it, and it wouldn't be a hobby that you'd have for longevity. But when you're able to keep it fun and keep that mindset there, it's a thing that will stay going. And at least the banter as well with communities is another big thing as well. And I like to see, I do have a nose in LFI every now and then, and there's good banter in there. I like to see a bit of banter in FFG from time to time, and of course Amigos. They're kind of the three main ones I'd look in, although Broken Bones is another league that I enjoyed getting into, and I want to give the boys in the Broken Bones a shout as well. They run a very, very good league, and their Discord's a bit of banter as well. We're all about the shout outs. There. Wonder how the guys did in the race. So they're only gone there a few minutes, so it'll be interesting to see what them guys do. Because we have a team running with International Paddock live on Twitch now. There's 5 drivers from FFG, 5 drivers from ERC, 5 drivers from SRC, and then 5 drivers from Papa Champs, all going head to head. There's a race tonight, and then it's in Hungary, and then there's a race on the 27th, and the winner gets 150 quid. So that'll be a bit of fun for the guys. So hopefully they have a good race. I will be watching it myself afterwards. Christian and Chateau in the pits. Let's see how they go. Dominic Geese coming back through now as well. He's back up now essentially into P10. So, looking here now, but I tell you, it's still there. Levin's up. Oh, huge moment there, it looks like. That was 15 seconds ago he's been stuck there. That was definitely at Ascari anyway. That is death for him. Poor Elliot. Poor Elliot. But he's kept it going anyway. That's Chico. The goes by Chateau is coming out of the pits there now. It's Chico after that impact with Liam P16. Oh, Terashenko's after having a nice bit of damage there. Flashing the back marker, what happens here? Oh, he loses it himself and hits the wall. Damn, he'll be absolutely fuming. He's still going though in P4. Askarhov is in the pits there now as well. Or Terashenko gifted Bellatelli that P2. That is going to be tough for him to swallow. Oh, okay, and Terashenko's after getting rear-ended by a car there. Terashenko has left the building. Wow. But Batiste up in the P14 now. Gazek Ashtonov is in the pits as well. Still waiting to see when this guy goes into the pits again. Be interesting to see. Where Stratton though is all over the back a Brit here now. Both cars look like they've had slightly bit of damage on the front of the car. Whose man off is in the pits, of course, as well. Matty Gamble back up in the fourth now. So let's see, can Matty get back up in the P2? That's expecting Bellatelli to stop, so Bacon to stop. Now Moylan might be out quite a bit ahead of him now, so it'll be interesting to see, can Matty stick close enough to Moylan, or was it just too much of a pace difference? Matty has been driving fairly decent, let's be honest, and fair about it. Unbelievable stuff from Matty as always. Through their drive-through for Horvat there as well. Stuck with 30 for 11, by the way, in case you're only joining in. On here still with Matty Gamble. I want to see how he gets on. BMW's 3 of the top 4 cars at the minute. Sly Bacon just ahead there, but he is fighting now. It looks like close enough to Bellatelli, who's 44 seconds off the lead. And on Friday having a great race, by the way, in P18 now. Doing a great job there. Oh, runs a bit wide. The Honda is quite tricky. Fair play to him though. And then we've got Gazik for Alexander is P16 in, I think, the only Aston Martin on the grid. Everybody picked either the Beamer, the McLaren, or the Porsche, it seems, today. Only myself and Adam picked the Honda. Although I think Glenn was in a Lambo, and I think Tom, I think you were Porsche, if I remember right. Which was weird seeing you in a Porsche. I'm normally used to seeing you in the Lamborghini. So an interesting one. The 296 Ferrari. It's a car I'm anticipating using for the next season in Amigos. I drove it around Kyalami and I truly enjoyed the car. Just what I want from a car is how it felt. It had a really good snappy front end. It was fairly stable and throttle on the corner exit and that as well. It was just a really good car to drive, all around a good car. It may not be the fastest everywhere, but for me it suited my driving style a bit better. Curb there, I've got the Aston can take that. Very good car as well. So Nikita's in the pits, and also guys, he's excited about the GT2s coming in January as well. The GT2 pack DLC is out in January. That should be very, very interesting. So Nikita will have Matty Gamble coming by. So Matty Gamble's back on the podiums now. Next up for him is Bellatelli. He was up the road. Last FFG season was my first time in the Lambo actually. Okay, it's some tracks, not much switchers. Okay. Yeah, it felt amazing at Kyalami, let's be fair, Tom. But I didn't realise the Lambo, it was the first time you drove it was FFG last season. That's crazy, because you were fairly decent in it if I remember rightly. So that's interesting. It'd be good to see in the 296 then, if that's your car, to see how you do then next season. It should be very interesting to see, because you definitely have the pace for wins at certain tracks as well. So if the 296 suits you more, it might be a different story in the championship come this season. So the Natalie is in the pits as well. That beautiful looking EOS livery. Askenhoff now is fighting away. He is, gone. He is after getting by Chico. What's happened, Chico? Oh, there's huge damage to Chico. That's from the incident with Limo that time, I'm assuming. Tether doing a phenomenal job in recovery in PA in his trusted, reliable McLaren. I think he was going to drive in the Lambo around here, but just couldn't get the feel of it. Brie now is coming right beside the Natalie, but the Natalie holds the inside line. Yeah, we've had a great influx of drivers in the last few weeks. I think we've gained nearly 100 drivers in literally the last 2 weeks. So 100 heads have joined in the Discord in literally 2 weeks, which is great. And hopefully we get more for the upcoming seasons. And hopefully the iRacing as well brings in a few people as well. So that's why we're probably going to be doing the name change at the start of January as well. So we may not be called Formula Fanatics for much longer. I kind of just want to think of a name that's going to be more suiting to all the platforms are running. Formula Fanatics was done out of love because my original F1 league, Formula Fanatics, we closed it about 2 years ago. And that's why I reset it up under that brand name. But for me, it doesn't make sense as we're running not just Formula 1, we've got the ACC and then iRacing. I think the Formula name is a little bit kind of stale with it now, so I'm trying to consider something that would be suiting to all the different platforms that we race on, and be interesting to see what can we come up with. Chico still doing a decent job there. Gezik still doing a good job. Horvat in the BMW doing a solid job. Dominic East, though, after a drive-through as well, back up to P5, is a very, very, very respectable position so far. Those tyres absolutely screaming because the understeer in that car is real, unless you know how to drive it, which I don't. That's a little beast, though. Sounds awesome. It's a good looking car as well, isn't it, that Mercedes? Very aggressive looking. But this guy here, though, has just been in another level today. Best lap of 1:43.8. He's still lapped in the 1:47.7s comfortably. Van der Meulen is absolutely flying out there. Super, super, super impressive. Look how smooth he is there, right beside the sausage curb, not overdriving, not getting on top of it. We're going to jump on Christensen here now as he's fighting there with Usmanov. I drove the Mercedes back in 1.8 for a bit, but I couldn't get the hang of it when 1.9 came out. The Merc, I've just never understood it. It's just too much understeer for me to compute, and I've probably picked the wrong tracks to drive it at the likes of Spa and that, but I just couldn't enjoy the car. Like, the McLaren I enjoy, I have decent pace in it. The Ferrari seems to suit my style a lot better. I love the Porsche just because it's crazy. There's no other reason. I just absolutely love that Porsche. Balotelli's in the pits as well, guys. So that should be Matty Gamble then jumping up into P2. And he's second. So that is definitely Matty Gamble going into P2 now as Balotelli is in the pit box. And there, Matty Gamble back to where he belongs. Now, Van der Meulen, will he pit again? And even if he does, it looks like he'll have about 16, 17 seconds spare, even if he stopped for tyres now, which I doubt he will. But we'll see. But at least he knows he has the time to stop for fresh tyres and not be under major pressure as well. So that'll be quite interesting to see. Christensen and Usmanov still fighting this one out there. It looks like Gresham Christensen had a much better drive there. It's just in that toe now. Now, how does he go about Parabolica? Does he try and cause a bit of commotion here? Does he get on the brakes a bit earlier and try a cutback? You know, he's trying to go around the outside, which is brave. Interesting. So they're both in the same car as well. He should try and get that little bit of a tone out from Usmanov. But Usmanov is going to hold that inside line like there's no tomorrow. There's not going to be any option. That's a lovely view there. Who has the bigger cojones here now? That's smart driving there. Oh, but Christensen's going to have nowhere to go. He trained a little bit of a snapback. And it's back to reset and go again. Although, look at this, Gezik here and Horvat are going to be getting into a bit of a battle soon. Horvat, though, does have him catching in. I'm going to jump back on with Christensen here. He's going to try it. He's going to show the nose. Just stops enough in time. He's putting the pressure on. I think that's all he can do at this stage now, is try and force a mistake. Because they're so evenly matched being in the same car as well. Like, what do you do there, you know? Getting close. He's literally sitting on the rear axle of that other McLaren. He's cutting the corner like there's no tomorrow. I don't know how he's getting away with that. Hard on the brakes right behind. He's getting the better line this time round. This could be good for Christensen now. He has the inside line. He's forced a small error from Usmanov. He needs to hold that inside line. He does not want to be giving Usmanov a hint at going on the inside. So Usmanov, a small bit of a toe. Christensen still clearly ahead at the minute. The braking zone side by side. It's going to be tight. Usmanov has to give up on that one. Christensen's one's tight. But Usmanov there is stuck behind. So Christensen has got the move done. It's took a lot of time, but that's how you do it. Turbo and Yo, what's the crack? Joined your Discord but haven't been able to join any races yet. Hopefully sometime over Christmas. Absolutely, you're more than welcome to join us anytime. The new season on Wednesday starts on the 2nd of January, and our 2.4 series on Sundays starts on the 7th of January. It's all on SimGrid. By all means, join us whenever you can, mate. It'd be great to have you in there. Don't call me, I'm from Kildare, not Dublin. How dare you? I'm Kildare. Yeah, honestly, Tom, some phenomenal driving from these guys as well. And both of these are new to the league, so I'm really hoping these stick around and get into our league racing as well and join the likes of LFI, Amigos and Broken Bones and all the other great communities that we do have an association with. Because if we don't offer something for them on the regular, hopefully one of others do, because it'd be great to have them around. I'll forgive you this once, Turbo. I'll forgive you this once. Matty Gamble, 1 minute and 16 seconds off Van der Meulen, but we're going to expect him into the pits again. He's only done the one stop so far. So it'll be interesting to see. Has anyone 3-stopped? No. So Batiste is only 1-stopped also. So Batiste might have gone for a bit of fuel saving earlier on. I do remember in the racetrack earlier, he was stating that he might do a little bit of fuel saving. So that would be interesting. Mr. Batiste. Right, so coming back to Usmanov, still about 0.4 of a second off. They're very evenly matched teams and in the same car doesn't help. But Ashkenov though, two different cars, Porsche and McLaren. The Porsche have an amazing exit, but look at that, McLaren though has a superior grip there through that corner, as of course it looks like Ashkenov has got the job done there, as Verstraeten did run wide, but Verstraeten's not going anywhere because look at that Porsche in a straight line. Seems to be right there still. Porsche is quite good in the brakes. McLaren, well, has he run it a bit wide? No, he's done a beautiful job there. That's lovely driving. That's the stuff we love to see. It looks like Matty Gamble is behind them there in his good reliable 2ID BMW. Horvat now trying to fight back now to Gezik. My new wheel, it will probably be after Christmas at this stage. I'm using the Phonetic at the minute. But yeah, it'll be after Christmas now at this stage. Drive-through for Sebastian in P4, and he is in the pits now, serving that drive-through. So Nikita there, that's a very tough one there. And Dominic Geese going to be back up into P4. What a race for Dominic Geese. He did get a drive-through as well. He's felt the pain of what Nicola is feeling right now this minute. That's unbelievable. Great stuff from Dominic there. Another phenomenal driver. And these two guys, Christian and Usmanov, up now into P5 and 6 for their troubles. And Tedder up at the P7, the little daisy. That's a recovery drive and a half as well after his little moment in Ascari. Has come right back into this. Good man, Chris. McLaren doing a very strong race there. Button now, going for it. As we had someone disconnect. He's just too far back this time around. 25 minutes left to go, guys. Not what you want to be doing there at all. Gazik's after feeling the pain of that one. Orban's going to have a better drive and can take this now fairly comfortably. He'll hold the inside line, he'll force the Aston. No, the Aston's going to go for the inside, but he's too far back. He has to give up on that one. Nice to show the face and pretend you're going to do something, but that would have been the dive bomb of all dive bombs if that went ahead. So Bertelli is having a good one as well. In fairness to him, he's done a great job this evening for himself. Man off. Still fighting, but he's dropped off a bit now. I think the fighting's been a bit much. Denali's having a good recovery as well. Don't forget he died earlier on in Ascari as well, if I remember correctly. As he overtook Adam Friday, doing a great job there in the Honda. I'm just loving seeing that someone else picked the Honda as well. I'd say he's having a great laugh. I was surprised with how good it was. I'm not going to lie around here. I'm very surprised at how nice it felt. All in all, it was in a safer setup though. The esports setups were just killer. The rear axle didn't want to be there. Will this lad pit? Or is he going to go to the end? That'll be interesting if he can make it the whole way to the end. I'd be genuinely shocked. It's just kind of slowly building up. There's still a few gaps that I'm assuming will still come in that bit more as well. Let's see how it goes. Getting closer again. These two are clearly on pace as well, that they're going back and forward with each other as well. And Aston has done it again. For how long this time before they switch back? They seem to be back and forward like a yo-yo. He stays ahead, so that's definitely going to stay there for that one. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at a few other bits there. So Usmanov though is starting to pull back in. He's pulled half a second in the last few moments. So let's see, was he just taking a little breather and just getting back into it? Be interesting to see now. Second, so he's definitely catching. Usmanov is coming back into it. He might have maybe fuel saved for maybe a few laps either to try and pull this one out. He probably was taking a splash and dash near the end and might have just jumped into fuel saving mode. You never know with these things. He's 0.6 of a second off, and now we know how close these were. Dominic Geese is a lap ahead of them by the looks of it. Oh, he's only 1.1 seconds, sorry. Actually on the same lap. This is a nice little battle that's going to be developing then. Especially all of them being that close as well. So we need to done with this little battle for a few minutes. We'll jump on with Dominic as he sees these McLarens catching into him. Will he try anything, or can he do much now at this stage? How is his Mercedes going to hold up? Not sure what it is on older tyres. So far, so good, I suppose. He's able to keep them off in the straights anyway. For now. Oh, one of the McLarens gets it badly wrong there. Christensen. Oof. Can't park there, mate. Also, Usmanov might fancy a little go now. Usmanov knows that he's putting him under pressure. Let me see then, who else? If there is, Horvath is there. No, Adam Friday's in the pits. Looks like for the last time for a splash and dash. We'll jump onto this one because Dominic Keys is genuinely under a bit of pressure now. Oh, he's after getting tapped in the rear there. That was a big one there for Dominic. Let's get that from a proper view as well. So, just the other McLaren missed the braking altogether by the looks of it. And just rammed into Dominic. Oh, poor Dom. Poor Dom. Usmanov though is sticking, after hitting Dominic, is sticking with Christensen at the minute. That just breaks my heart to see that, especially coming to the last few minutes of the race as well. Tough stuff, bro. Tough stuff. Let's hope Dominic will be able to come back into this one. I'm sure his tyres are probably feeling that after that. That was the one thing you don't want to be happening. the pressure on after that. Surprised he doesn't have major front damage. Like, that was a fair whack. Look. Genuinely, that was a fair whack. So we're going to jump away from that for now. Van der Meulen stayed out, by the way, guys. Unbelievable that he stayed out. He's one stop that by the looks of it. So I don't know if he's been running that pace and fuel saving. That's just ridiculous. Like, that's just crazy. Side by side again. Christensen is giving the squeeze. He stays ahead. Dominic, though, is catching back up a little bit. So Dominic might want these guys to keep fighting. It'll work out well for him, so it'll be interesting to see how this develops. As we are coming into now the last 15 minutes of this race. Actually, after flying by. After flying by today. And of course, this wasn't the planned stream at all. As I was on the track but died a severe death, so it made more sense to jump in and do comms than it did to sit out there and just suffer for hours. Should we look back through the field, give everyone a look there? So Elliot Levin is in 18th position. And on Friday is in 17th. Quinton is in 16th. He's going into the pits. Horvat is in P15. Then in P14 we have Gezik. Then in P13 we've got Chateau. Then in P12 we've got Chico Lindfar. Then in P11 we've got Askthoff. I'm probably going to say that right. Then in P10 we have Mr. Brit Batiste with Alfred Di Natli in P9. Then we have Nikita in P8, Chris Tedder in P7, Geese P6, Usmanov P5, Christensen P4, Bellatelli P3, Gamble P2, Van der Molen is in P1. Is there anyone, whoever's watching, if you want to tell me who you want to see for a lap, we can do an onboard. And to be honest with you, I think I fancy doing an onboard with this race leader when he comes around the next time, because he has a rapid pace and a consistent level. So that might be an interesting one to have a look at. So let's see what happens now. So let's jump on. I'm going to shut up and we're going to enjoy this one. As I say that, he goes into the pits, of course. So let's jump on with Tedder for a lap. So Chris is driving nice and steady out there. But we're going to jump on now with Askinov and Batiste because they're getting quite close to each other now as well. Oh, when I say close, they've come together there. That's quite unfortunate. Let's get the bird's eye view on that one to see what's after happening there. It is what it is, I suppose. Stewards will look at all that after the race. I won't make a comment. But it is what it is for now. So Matty Gamble 33 seconds behind the race leader now. Unfortunately for him, I don't think there's going to be much he can do at this stage now. But he's had a great race, let's be fair about it, so it's just one of those days, isn't it, for him in the office. But at least he's had some good tough racing out there. So looking back though, Ashtonov and Batiste are back at it. Find that not much happening at the minute. Yeah, it's kind of spread out, although Usmanov and Christensen might be coming together again soon as well, so that might be an interesting battle to keep an eye on. Although it's still 1.1 seconds off each other at the minute. Let's see how we go on. Close, but just not close enough there. The Natalie down Sibican as well had it also. Sibican though doing his very best. You know, the Natalie though won't be an easy person to overtake as well. The Natalie is quite a strong driver, well known in the ERS. Slowly but surely, but is there enough time now with 6 minutes on the clock to go? It's really hard to know. Looking back to it, there's not much happening, so we're going to stick on this one just to see how it develops, guys. I think it'll be interesting to see. Askinov though, getting very close. Askinov has got that. No. After running wide as well, that's going to hurt. So we're 0.8 of a second off at the minute with 5 minutes left on the clock. This doesn't sound like much or hard to get right, but it's easier said than done. Especially when you're racing as hard as these guys are racing. So not long left to go for them. Nothing else is developed on track, guys, and we like to stay on what's the best viewing. Let's see how Askinov does. He's still 0.6 of a second off. Okay, that's 0.8 of a second off still. Okay, we're going to jump off to Usmanov now, who is hitting and hinting at the 1 minute or 1 second marker now. Let's see what happens here. So no, it's not really looking like it's going to happen for him either. Like he's just he's going to sitting around where he needs to be time-wise, but it's just not clicking for him by the looks of it. And it's so spread out with the top three that it's unfortunately at the minute I prefer to watch where the racing is than just watch anything else with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Obviously we jump on the race leader coming on to the last lap. Of course we like to pay homage, but yeah, at the minute it's not looking promising here for Mr. Usmanov to try to get by Christensen. But he pulled 8.5 seconds ahead of Dominic East, so I think Dominic, after that incident there between getting rear damage and then obviously tyres probably went to lava. Pretty sure that's Dominic. Steady. So Tedder's 2.2 seconds off, and so that still could change. Be interesting to see. Tidy at the minute. So we're coming down to the last minute. We will not get another lap in, so this is the final lap, I think, now. He's got by Chris. 43 seconds on the clock left. Be anything more for him to give, as he's had a phenomenal race, guys. Like, it's very rare I can say that somebody finishing 33, 34 seconds ahead of Matty Gamble, that's not a a usual thing we'd be saying on a stream, let's be honest about it, and especially anyone who watches an FFG stream. So great to see this new fast talent coming in as well, giving us a shake up as well, so be interesting. As he comes across the checker flag there in P1. Phenomenal win there from Mr. Van der Meulen. Matty Gamble coming home in P2. And then, of course, we have Mr. Beltini going to come home in P3. With Christensen coming home in P4. Although not guaranteed, because Usmanov is now trying to catch up to him, which we will jump on with now because it's half a second. So Usmanov is putting in the time now. It has to be now, but also you don't want to be doing one of those lunges. You want to try to get it done in a polite way, especially after such a long, tough race. You don't want to be having that kind of feeling like it stains how you finish the race, you know. Let's see how they finish. They're both going to give it everything. And a nice way to finish a race when you're battling with somebody that close the whole way through. Finish together on track is also a nice thing. So, it'd be nice to see. As he's getting around there now. Well done to them guys. Dominic Easton coming home in P6. Heather P7, Donately P8, Serbican P9, Batiste P10, Chateau P11, Gezik P12, Horvat P13. A few have already left then that were in the background of that. Well guys, that is the last FFG event before the Christmas. So obviously it was a unplanned comms, but I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas, and if you don't celebrate it, just have a nice time off with your family, friends and loved ones. Just enjoy bringing in the new year 2024. It's been an absolute pleasure for me running the league and having some great racing throughout, so I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. We will be doing a end of season podcast in around the 27, 28 of the month with the guys, so hopefully you'll tune in for that. Possible giveaway there as well. We'll see how we